So welcome to Subramani. This is continuing the Andy Mukherjee article. This is my own, which I am saying. Just look around yourself. Everybody's standard of living has increased over the last 10, 15, 20, 30 years, maybe 40 years. Right? Everybody you know has moved to a bigger house, has moved to a bigger car, has moved to two cars. Are taking vacations, domestic, foreign. Whenever you say that you are coming, let's say I'm in Mumbai and I say I'm coming to Chennai, the first question is, what time is your flight, right? Do people even ask, are you coming by any other mode? It is when you say I'm buying a car, the question is, when you say I need to replace my car, the question is which car, and it is always in the 20 lakh bracket that people are looking at, right? So nobody is really upgrading to a smaller car, or it's always upgrading means we believe in the American system that more is better. There is a big aspirational class which is wanting to buy a first cycle, first two-wheeler, first four-wheeler, and then the upgrading the four-wheeler, right? All this is happening in this economy. You look around yourself and you will get that. But how do you take all the data that is obvious and then you write an article saying we are doomed because the next year is not going to be as great as it is going to be for somebody else, right? This is what is called relative misery. India is growing at 14%, but it is nothing because China is growing at 16%. To me, it makes no sense. I am an investor in India. I also have some foreign investments, some index funds. Nothing too great, but I'm not saying that because India will grow, others won't grow, and or because others will grow, India won't grow. Something could happen in China. Yes, commodity prices could go up, oil prices could go up, but look at the language which people use and say the policy playbook for New Delhi seems rather thin. Yes, local interest rates will top out in early 2023, but not before taking the tightening to an over 2 percentage points. Financial conditions will become harsher. In the war, if the Ukraine war escalates, I really don't know how it can escalate. Can it take some more neighbors along with it? I don't know. Or if China decides to drop its stringent virus controls, a shortage of commodities relative to demand could again flare up. So commodity prices could go up, assuming oil will go to 200, whatever. That will crimp the cash flow for Indian firms, sending more of them to seek external financing to meet their stretched working capital needs. I have seriously no clue from where all this is coming. Banks under pressure to raise deposit rates to shore up their liquidity position may not be in as accommodating of credit risk as they have been this year. If they are, they will only be storing up trouble for later. Boss, people will go to mutual funds. Mutual funds will increase, credit risk funds will come back. Ultra short bond funds will come back. All those funds will attract and they will be funding the industry. There is no doubt about that. The growth outlook for India next year is surely subdued. Just how tough it could get depends on how badly the global economy sputters. There will be long-term benefits from positioning India as an attractive second destination for producers coming from China. But the wisdom of taking $24 billion fund over 5 years to accelerate a shift in the global policy change is bound to get questioned, especially in 2024 if it finds itself in the same growth, low growth that it had propelled Modi to power in 2014. I honestly don't know what he's been smoking. It's easy to say other countries will grow faster. So what other countries, what other big countries are growing at this pace? More importantly, from an article like this, what has got to be your takeaway? What are you going to do because of this? Does it mean you should stop your SIPs, sell all your equities and sit in cash, or put all your money in debt, or remove all your money from debt, put it in equities? I have no clue what you will do after reading this article except feel, oh my God, this country is doomed. I don't think you need to worry about that. The more I read Andy Mukherjee being negative on India, I get more bullish. Unfortunately, he does not write about equity shares. He does not say buy this share or sell that share or things like that. Nor is he saying anything positive, negative, nothing about any individual companies. I wish I could set up a anti-Andy fund and maybe we could make money. Here, the only thing you can do if you read this article is go and short the index. Those of you who are very gutsy should sell off your shares and everything, and take a pessimistic view on India over the next 2 years, and therefore go and sell the index options. Or even better, because you have a position on India, go double short on the options, to buy more put options. After that, how you will come out of it if the market goes up, I have no clue, but this is just my reading of the Andy Mukherjee article. I don't think it's too great. I don't think you need to read it, because I've said a lot about it already. You still want to read it, it's available on Business Standard. Maybe you should go and read it and have fun, and realize that if the sigma of articles written by all these people, Raghuram Rajan and all of them included, you think India is headed for doom. I am not saying India is headed for doom, nor am I saying Modi has already brought Amrit Kal and Ram Rajya is here. I am not saying that also, but yes, if you have to establish Ram Rajya, you have to do something. You have to go there and work. Look at the fact that even 40 years ago, or even longer, maybe 50 years ago, in our school in Bombay, nobody ever said, I want to become an IAS officer, right? So when you create so much prosperity, then everybody is thinking of, oh, I'll make a corporate career, I will do this, I will do CA, I'll do MBA, right? People are not thinking of doing IAS. That has to be the skill of the government, state government, central government, all of them. Make sure that generations don't think of wanting to become an IAS officer, and that happens only when there is prosperity all around. If there is prosperity all around, people will not aspire to become IAS officers. They'll be very happy making a corporate career. If you make it very difficult for IAS officers, that they have to work, they have to follow a schedule, and it's very tough to work there, again they will not come in, right? So right now, due to poverty in Bihar, UP, Madhya Pradesh, maybe parts of Rajasthan, the Bimaru states, there is more people aspire to become IAS officers. You bring prosperity there, more people will want to be in the private sector. Imagine if let us continue the same example, 100 new airports, 100 new medical colleges. You think it's not going to have an impact on the local environment? So many new colleges, so many people will want to take houses on rent, live there, so many new doctors will come qualified, they will want to work, so new hospitals will come up. I'm not very sure, but I think Apollo has 70 hospitals. Fortis has something like 50 or 40 or 50 hospitals. Max has hospitals. So many hospitals are coming up. You know there is going to be demand. You know people will come in and spend money. Hotels, hospitals, airports, roads are all part of your infrastructure, right? You need all of them. You can't wish away illness and say, oh, nobody will fall ill. That's not going to happen, right? So infrastructure spending is visible. I mean, I could see it when so many hotels, hospitals, airports are being set up. So many new taxi services will come up, right? All these things will happen. So am I pessimistic about 2023-24? I really don't know. I don't know. I can't predict for the next month and 2 months and things like that. Over a longer period, I'm sure all this infrastructure is going to result in a big boom. If not in 2023, 2024. Continue your SIP, keep buying. I've been doing that. Any of these companies which I have mentioned, many of them I would be holding shares. So whether I don't know what all I mentioned, but I said airline, hotels, etc. So I am optimistic about airlines, hotels, banks, credit rating organizations, right? So whatever I've mentioned them, I have it in my portfolio. Thank you.